Hello, everybody! Internet. This is Angel. Acevedo, for those that don't know me. Welcome to the first live stream of 2020. And what a time to be alive, right? Thank you guys for joining me. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. And, given the circumstances that I am stuck in the studio at home with my wife, with my loving, caring, beautiful wife that is actually streaming me at the moment. Are you gonna get on the live stream, or are you just gonna what's happening right now? So what we're gonna do today is I'm going to go over the actual COVID creative challenge that I did a couple weeks ago on the Untitled Instagram. I know I got like a bajillion Instagrams, so but before that, I want to send a special shout out to AB, Hero PR. I see you, brother, on Twitch, and Lucid Co. What's going on? Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the creative challenge, the masks that I asked people to create, and let me share with you. Actually, let's go to the next screen real quick here. So this is the Untitled chat, and I apologize for having like so many freaking Instagrams, right? I just need to curate. I need to make sure that I separate everything, because if not, it's just going to be a hot mess. I'm just gonna have a mess of an Instagram channel. So let me hide some of these things here. I'm using OBS at the moment for those of people that are wondering. Not this one. Where is the other one? Here it is. Nope, not this one. So OBS is actually helping me. What the heck? Look at that. Where are you? Okay, let me just move this out of the way. There you go. That's easy for now. So I'm using OBS to stream, and I got this sort of setup where I'm able to restream to all my social platforms, which is pretty awesome, right? Okay, so here we go. The Untitled stream is something that I started a while back, and what I've been wanting to do is just kind of create challenges. And I think we started off with redoing the LimeWire logo, and then we did some merch, and we did a little bit of that. And this last one from a couple of weeks ago was to just recreate, just create a mask. It's like a shortage of it. And I was like, tag a friend, and let's create a mask together, and just have a little bit of fun while you're quarantining, and get those creative muscles going. So there you go. So that was a challenge, and I started off with a couple of designs here that you can see. I just what I did was I created this in Photoshop, and I have the file, and I got this from, I think, Pixel Squid, I want to say. So from Pixel Squid, I got the actual file, and I created this sort of mock-up in Photoshop, which I've been using Photoshop since 2000 and something. I don't even want to say it's a long time, you guys. Photoshop 6. All right, I started with Photoshop 6. Okay, so after creating that, I did a couple of these, and I was like, fun fact, this is from I want to say the Solo Cup company that did like this jazz, what they call the jazz concept. So I want to send this lady a shout out before I get credit for designing. I did not design that jazz 90s pattern. There's an Instagram account that actually uses this pretty often, and you guys are familiar with it. But here it is. Check it out. What's her name? Jeez. Gunli? God, I can't even find it. No, not this. Anyway, whatever. Pretty fresh, I think, right? So start off with something like that, and then of course I have to do the obligatory God is a Designer mask, which quite a few people thought that I was actually had this on sale, and I had to set the record straight. I was like, these are not for sale, unfortunately. And right now, just with how everything is, it's kind of hard to get anything produced, especially overseas. So the mask that I was wearing in my actual Instagram story from earlier today was from another company. You know what? I'll shout them out real quick. It's this company here. And if you're in the market for masks, they actually still have some available on Amazon. So yeah, which are pretty fresh. These are fabric masks. I'm like plugging. I should have been sponsored by this freaking company. So there you go. I got a few of these. I think I got it in white, and I got it in black. And I think they have white available right now. So if you're in the market for this particular, for something to cover your face, which you should be if you don't have any, they do have them available. There you go. A little bit of a plug. Cool. All right, so that was the challenge, was to grab the Photoshop file, create something fresh, and put it out to the masses, right? So got as a designer, I actually do want to make these. I want to see if I could, I don't know, potentially partner with the company or with some kind of fabric company that can make these, which I think would be super cool, right? All right, so actually let me check here what's going on with I got so many windows open, you guys, you don't even know. I'm surprised my computer has not crashed and burned. Okay, there it is. This is like how I test these things, you know what I mean? Simply Lively was taken. Shout out to Yeti. Simply Lively, I can't believe it was taken. Who what the heck? That's not, let me see. Who was it that took Simply Lively? Thing is with Yeti, with shout out to Yeti. She's one of our closest friends, and she's a talented photographer. So Simply Lively. Let's see who Simply Lively is. Maybe, Twitch has been around for forever. So, oh, wait a minute. It's not even on. I don't know. Maybe you can get it, Yesi. Let's see. Shout out to Yesi. Thank you for joining, Yesi. And Yesi, if you can hear me, if you're still in the chat, send me some of your pictures and send me some of your artwork so we can do some of the artwork together live, which I think will be really cool. Okay. So email it to me and we'll get that going. So while I'm reviewing these, maybe you get some together and we can do it live, which I think would be pretty cool. All right, so let's get into this. First of all, I hope you guys are well and you're okay. It's kind of crazy the times that we're living in. I feel like we're in a movie. It's kind of surreal a little bit because it's not I'm not used to just staying home all day, right? For me, I kind of love it because I get on the laptop or then the iMac, and then I play a little bit of Last of Us, and it's a sort of a cycle, and which is pretty cool. But I know a lot of people are not as fortunate. So I actually did a video, I want to say last week, where I was like, how can we help small businesses that are brick and mortar businesses that shut down or that had to close their doors? And I got a lot of really good ideas and a lot of really good feedback, which was really cool. So I was talking to a startup church, and I realized that value-based pricing, which is usually how I price my stuff, I can't, if I'm in a position that I'm fortunate enough to have work coming in, then I will go ahead and adjust my rates so that I can help out these sort of startups or these brick and mortar businesses. So I'm hoping that to make a follow-up video with giving ideas to creative people of how they can help, which I think will be kind of cool. But a shout out to my wife, Carrie Ellis. And it looks like her handle was available, which I'm surprised. But I hope she's able to join the stream, and which I think would be really cool. She never wants to do the nerdy things that I want to do, but you know what? That's okay. So all right, so let's get to it. First, thank you to everyone that submitted artwork. I thought it was really interesting to see artwork from all over the world and all over the just different industry sectors, which was really cool. Some people were illustrators, some were VFX artists, others were just regular designers, which I thought was pretty cool. So let me put it here on the chat. Send me anything you'd like. Anything dope, super fresh. There's a chat too. So send me anything dope, super fresh. And I'll put it on the Photoshop file, so you don't have to worry about that. So a shout out right now to Ivan. I think he was probably the first person that submitted some work, and he had a few actually that were really cool. Let me see. I think it's here in the carousel. You guys can see this, right? And I thought they were so dope, and I'm assuming that this is artwork, and just things that he had created before. I thought it was beautiful, and especially with the traditional style. I love this, which is a heart and a rose together, which I thought was super cool. So thank you, Ivan, for submitting. I love this, absolutely love this. And I think there it is. Yeah, here's the artwork right here. That is fresh. Digital acrylic, right? So super cool. What do you guys think? New York. I guess he's an art director from I think I know this person. Oh, I know who this is. I know who this is. I think we went to school together. This is awesome. Great job. Thank you so much for submitting. And let's see. This is from someone that I've known on the gram, and I think I want to say this is something for which it says Fuente, which I think is for a youth group or a ministry. I'm not really sure, and or maybe it's based on the scripture. Let's see here. John 7:37. Hope this is not like a apocalyptic verse. Let's see. Sit and cry and say if anything. Oh, that's great. Okay, I get it. The fountain of life. I love that. That's beautiful. Great job, Lewis. Thank you for submitting. This is really cool. Very typographical. Super dope. And thank you so much. All right, let's go to the next one. I think I'm gonna blow right through these, and then we'll get to design. This one was actually one of my favorites, and which of course I love anything 90s or 80s. I think it's, I don't know, man. There's just something. I think nostalgia, like they say, nostalgia is super powerful. But I don't know, man. Just the patterns and stuff that came out of the 80s and the 90s are so iconic. I know 70s and the 60s had their own sort of vibes and stuff, but this sort of Memphis kind of pattern or Memphis approach was really, really cool. So only positive vibes. If you're not familiar with the Memphis movement, Memphis 90s, or was it 80s? I don't remember. You should look into it. This was, Memphis is actually a design studio from back in those days, and they sort of created the look of I want to say the 80s and the 90s, very Saved by the Bellish, right? Or like the intro from Saved by the Bell. So here it is. Yeah, origin of 80s aesthetic. You should check that out. It's super, super fresh. This is cool. I feel like we're just browsing the internet together, which is cool. All right, so a shout out to Lucho. He's and Camilo from Create. I want to say he's a designer, or let me check. He's a designer here in Miami, and he works with Camilo from Create Studios in Little Havana. Really cool calligrapher, or he does a lot of dope lettering and stuff. So he did quite a few ones that were super cool. I have a feeling I'm gonna say super cool like a million times today. And look how fresh this is, bro. I love this. And this is, I think Gary had made a video of how to isolate lettering and things like this, which you can actually write it and scan it, and then you can just import it right into Photoshop. And you can get all these little details and stuff right from the scan. So all you need is like a good scanner. And of course you need the right equipment, like the right brushes and stuff, so that it's black enough or it's dark enough for you to be able to scan it. So thank you, Lucho, for this. This is super cool. I need other adjectives, guys. All right, so of course, wow, man. Okay, I want to send a special shout out to Tiago Magro. Tiago Magro, did I say that right? Tiago, he was one of our good friends, and he also goes to our church. And Tiago is just an incredible human being. This guy's got a heart of gold, and his artwork is super inspirational. So I encourage you guys to follow him, Tiago. Just look at his work. His work has just a lot of meaning, and every piece is just absolutely incredible. How many times I say super cool? I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. Someone needs to. What is it? A clicker that says say super cool and shout outs. I'm gonna shout everybody out. All right, you guys. So okay. I told him I was like, send me a pattern and I'll just pop it into Photoshop, and it's just beautiful. It's just a work of art, you know. This is great. I'm like self-conscious of saying that it's super cool. All right, so yeah, take shots every time I say super cool. Take a shot. Okay, and next is the big dog Fricks that he just when he sent this he just took it to another level. Where this whole mask thing was inspired, I want to send I send a shout out. I want to say hello to actually Boss Logic Instagram. Let me check here. Boss Logic is an incredible artist, and he had done something. I want to say, here it is. He had done this, and it looked really fresh, and I was like, man, that's dope. And then I had my buddy Gilbert, which he does like these drone shots here in Miami, and he had tagged me and a few other designers. He was like, you guys should do your own version. So I was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea, and I thought it would be a good challenge to do it together. So he was like, his point was like, what if Off-White did like a sort of disposable mask, and he's just a master of Photoshop, and he makes everything look just so legit and genuine. He even had changed, so I used the same mockup, but I didn't do it as intricate as he did, where he went in and changed some of the grommets that are here, and he just made it look a lot more real. So anyway, that's sort of where that came from. So when Fricks came and sent this and said that, I think the Nike Air Uptown, I want to say up something, I don't know, he texted it to me, I don't remember. So he said he sent me this, and I was like, this is super interesting. I was gonna say super cool. And so he even like, I can't zoom in because the quality is not that great, but even it pops out right here on the edges, which makes it look like this is an extra layer, and it looks legit, mad fresh. And then I woke up one day and I was like, how can we do like the most Miami mask, like the most, like, I don't know, what will be the most Miami thing? So this is the Miami retro logo that we used in Arcadia, and this is something that we created. And I was thinking, why don't we added all my favorite brands, as many as I could fit. I forgot to put Publix or Sedanos or or some of the other brands that I forgot, but I did put Flanny's, which is my favorite place, and I did put Cazola's, and some of these didn't have. Oh, I didn't tag them here. I think I tagged them in mine. They didn't have Instagram channels, so I got someone hit me. Who was it? Fritanga Monimbo or somebody. Gilbert sent me something that they were saying, yo, how can we get into this thing? So which is pretty interesting. I think it would be cool if the city, I tagged the city and stuff, and I was thinking, what if the city were to, because I know there's factories overseas that are available now that can make these, so it's not completely out of the question to print on something like this. You won't be able to have the filter, because the filter would be a little bit more complicated to do, but it's totally doable, and you can get all these brands like Los Ranchos. Shout out to Los Ranchos. Yeti. And shout out to Ralph and all our friends over there. And oh man, that reminds me, I should have put the Wow Center on here. I didn't think about it. I should have put the Wow Center in this spot. So it's not completely like out of the question to be able to print this and distribute them, because if you do them by the thousands, they come out a lot cheaper. I actually have a contact over there where I got some of my woven labels done, and she was asking me, oh, if you need masks or whatever, and she sent me like the surgical masks, like the ones that like kind of like this, yeah, exactly like this. And she was saying they're 27. Lucid, a shout out to Lou. Thank you for subscribing. And she said they were 27 cents each for 20,000. Let me see what's the math. So it's not completely out of like the question to be able to do it, but the thing is you can't what's the word, you can't print on them, on these particularly, you know. So let me see, 20,000. Fry, was that Fry? I think I just saw Fry on Twitch. 5,400. That's not that bad. 5,400 for these surgical masks. Now, if you could only print on them and print full color, it would be what? Say it with me. Super cool. Fry, is that the Fry? E Fry? Is that the Fry that we know? So yeah. So this got a little bit of traction. Only in Data have posted it, and I thought it was a neat idea. You can't see some of the brands back here, but these are all my favorite Vickies. Los Ranchos is right down here. Oh, Fry, the one. I'm glad you're here, Fry. Thank you for joining. I gotta close the. Let me see. Did I close this? I'm gonna close this chat here because I'm not gonna use it. Close this. Oh, Google Hangouts. Here it is. All right, let me hide this and let me make this bigger. You guys can see my screen, right? All right. Yeah, there we go. Miami-Dade. Okay. So there it is, Miami-Dade. Giving myself like the most time. Wait, wrong one. Here we go. Back at it. All right, so this one was put together by my colleague, and I want to say manager, Alberto. This guy's a local legend. Him and Byron and Monica from Royal Caribbean Excalibur team. They allowed me to work with them for the last few months, which was awesome. And that's where I met. Well, actually, I met Freya Vu, but she also works for Royal Caribbean, which is, you know, shout out to them. I know they're going through a difficult period right now. I think the whole hospitality industry is going through a tough time. I know this is temporary, and I feels like it, I don't know, feels dire, but you know, we're gonna get through this. It's gonna be great. So Tiago, oh my gosh, guys, Tiago just made it in. Tiago, I spent the last 30 minutes talking about you, and you just completely missed it. So Fern joined the team. I'm not sure which friend that is, but so he's been doing like this sort of Nintendo series, and you know, this is like the weight of my heart is to do anything this cool, you know. So let me see if he's posted anything about. Let me check here. Oh yeah, he's been like this sort of doing things like this, which it's called, what's that word? Neomorphism, which is a style. And I tried to do this and I failed miserably. And I don't know, I just couldn't do it right. So Alberto did such a great job. I think that his background is in UI, and this is what he's done for a long time. Now he's, you know, this guy's a high concept guy now. So I'm glad that he was able to join and do something super, super fresh. So yeah, Nintendo, right? That's awesome. And I think Lazaro, this person, he had done various as well. And let's see here. Let me check here. Yeah, he had done this one too. And I think that's Drake. I'm not sure what these youths. Who's this? Oh, Travis Scott and Drake. Okay, yeah. I know Drizzy, but I'm not sure. Can't keep up with all the latest music. I just stick to this sort of vaporwave and synthwave stuff. I just listen to this all day. So relax and take notes. Shout out to Notorious B.I.G. Dope, right? This is the iconic portrait that he took, which I think Gotti and I were watching some documentary on Netflix about it, and I found out that this crown was like something from like it was like a $2. I don't know. It was like one of these, like, it was like super cheap is what it was. which was kind of fun fact to know. So I'm sorry you guys had to sign up to chat. I think that in other social media platforms, I tried to live stream on Instagram, but Instagram's kind of tricky, and doesn't let me and doesn't let me like it cuts right into the camera. Like it doesn't show the whole thing, so it's kind of crappy. But glad you guys are here though. I'm gonna try to do it more often, so at least I'll make it worth it for you, right? Okay, so Eric is someone that I've known for quite some time, and he's a big supporter of our merch project. He's up north. I want to say, oh man, I don't remember where he was up north, but he said that he had been wanting to do something like this for a while, and this is super clever, which I really loved. I even like that this looks like it's leather, like leather straps, and anything with a face on it, I think it's neat. So I really dig this. I'd buy it for sure. This is another one that I got hit up by. Hey, are these available for sale? So we're almost done, guys. We're almost done, and I'm waiting for Yeti to send me. Let me see if she has sent me. Let me see if she emailed me her pictures. Yeti, you gotta email me those pictures so we can make some. Oh, there it is. She did. Perfect. Okay. Let me actually. All right, Yeti, don't yell at me, okay? Hold on 1 second. Let me just go to my email real quick. Oh, Tiago Magro's handle taken too? That's crazy. Okay, so this one by Rolden Creative. I really like Bathing Ape or Bape. I really like that brand. It's Bathing Ape or Bape is a Japanese streetwear brand, and I think this was really right on point with how the brand looks and how it sort of functions, which looks cool. So shout out to Rolden and Bape US. I don't think I follow them. Nope. Bathing Ape. They've done a bunch of collaborations and stuff. So cool. Lucho, you missed it out. You missed out too, man. I was just talking about you. So we're already 30 minutes into this thing. So all right. You're gonna have to look at it in the restream. You have to look at it in the I think on Twitch. On Twitch, it saves it, so you can watch it there. And on YouTube, I think I'm gonna have it everywhere. So all right, so guys, IKEA. Yikes! For some reason, I'm not sure why this one didn't wrap around. This one technically should have looked like it was wrapping around, and I'm not sure why it did not. But thank you, Siege Filipino. Siege, is that how you say it? Siege. And I'm not really sure what happened here, but it's the idea is cool. I love it. I love it. I love the colors too. This particular mask was interesting because this was done by a designer, and I wasn't really sure what I was like, what is this? Atlanta United FC. So he had linked me, and they are a football, like real football, not American football, like football, right? Let me see. Yes. Okay, there it is. Sorry, guys. You guys, sorry about that. Yes, football, and I think it's right on point. ATL. Oh yeah, Atlanta. I was like Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta has a football team or a soccer team. I just remember that Miami, we have one too, and I completely forgot about that. But yeah, this is right on point, right on brand. I love the black. I know, brother. Football. All right, so thank you, Siege. Don't wow me. Oh my boy. Yeah, my boy. You guys, I don't wanna deviate from what we're doing here, but this guy I got it. His name is Well, he goes by Gringo or Acevedo. I call him cousin. He's got the same last name. He's got a super cool brand that is called Original Cred. It's this merch project, and I met him on DeviantArt. So for some of you youths, DeviantArt used to be the spot back in the 2000s. So I met him on DeviantArt, and that's where I sort of got my start, was on DeviantArt, and where I sort of got a lot of traction. And a lot of my old work is here, and there's a lot of terrible stuff. I don't even know why I'm showing you this. Actually, maybe it's not a good idea to show you this, but I want to say there's a project that him and I worked on together, and we were following each other. And DeviantArt in those days, it wasn't a popularity contest, but when you get a lot of hits on a specific post, it will make it to the front page, or other people would see it or whatever. So I'm actually looking here for the project that him and I worked on. I don't remember. Let me see here. Gallery. Man, I don't remember where it is. But anyway, so that's him and I started there. And we actually became friends, and he lives in Puerto Rico. And that's how I actually met a few other colleagues of mine, was through him. So I wonder, hold on guys, I'm trying to find it here. Posters, editorial, apparel, design resource, everything. Maybe it's under here. I don't know. That's Dan. Dan usually joins the live stream. You know what? I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, so he did this pattern based off his, just some of his original artwork, which I dig. So shout out to Gringo Algeri. No, I did not know that they were champions, that the Atlanta team was champions. Their Instagram is really good, so maybe it has something to do with that too, right? That level of excellence, you can tell. Shout out to Algari. So this one, I think when he sent it to me, he was saying I was trying to do something very what was the word, like steampunk, or like, yeah, steampunk with a little bit of futuristic or Americana or something like that. Yeah, there it is, an old warbird inspiration. And you can tell, like, yeah, he took liberties, and like these little, like, I guess filters, or I don't know what you would call them, exhausts, come out through here. I think it's neat. It does look like an old sort of ship, or an old plane or something like that. Hero AB. I don't know if he's still here, but disappointed. This is what he sent me, and I was like, "What is this, bro?" There he is. I'm just kidding, man. This is cool. This is like obligatory, right? You had to have like a Supreme mask and see what it would look like. So I'm glad that he sent me this. It looks good. I think it looks good. I would, shoot, I'm wearing red right now. I would totally rock this. Would I pay for it? No. This would probably be like $200 for this mask. Like 100%. I'm just messing with you, brother. He's like, oh man, I'm glad we're getting to the last one, because the last one was probably my favorite. It was my favorite, and I may have to stop the music so you can hear it. Okay, so this one was done by Vanessa. Vanessa is someone that I met at Excalibur with the Royal team, and she was actually she befriended me at work, which was really cool. She was really nice, and she helped me out with a ton of projects, and she was awesome. So she was like, I'm gonna do one. And I want to say, I called it Washi Washi, not that this was the name she gave me, but whenever you go on a Royal Caribbean trip, they tell you to wash your hands all the time. And so they have like certain songs. There's like a song, and which I'll find it and I'll post it, but it's called Wash Your Hands, which is really cool. And then you have the actual staff, as you're walking into, for example, the Windjammer where you're going to go eat, you have the staff there, and sometimes they're saying like, washi washi, wash your hands or whatever. So I thought it was appropriate. Wash your hands, and very typographical. I like the cute little illustrations and the little viruses. How do you say virus in plural? Virusi? I don't know. All right, and last but not least, I gotta prepare for this one. I wonder if this is gonna play, if you can hear it. Let's see. This one was done by a buddy of mine, Andres. He's a VFX guy. He actually does a lot of graphics for Twitch streamers, and I want to say for gamers, and I want to say he works at Telemundo. I'm not really sure, but I think he does. And this one was really cool. Let's see. What? Get out of here, bro. Oh my God. That's why I was like, I need to end this like today, you know, because I was like, I don't want to. This is so fresh, man. It's so fresh. So I have an untitled chat that a little secret group that I have on. You guys want to? I'll play it again. Hold on. But let me finish my thought. There's an untitled chat that I have on Instagram, and I had challenged a few of them. I was like, man, it would be cool if like there's this Cyberpunk game that's coming out. I want to say in a couple of months on PlayStation, which I'm excited about. But would be cool if like you animated it or added like, what if it was like LED? What if it was one of these masks that was like LED or whatever? So then he did this. What? Super cool. That deserves a super cool. Yeah, I'm excited about the Cyberpunk game, and I think the teaser came out like I want to say 4 years ago, and it was just like a simple. Actually, let me see, Cyberpunk teaser. I showed this to my wife. I showed this to Gadi when it first came out. Yeah, it was this one. It was just this, and let me see here. All right, you can watch the rest later. It's dope. It's just dope. And this was what, yeah, look at this. 2013 this came out. This is 7 years ago. So this game has been in development forever. And it's done by CD Projekt Red, which is CD Projekt Red, which is they're also the same house that did The Witcher. They're known for like high quality games. So I'm really excited about this game. The tutorial, you know, I don't even know where Andres is. I had told these guys to join in. I may just kick them out of I may just kick everyone that didn't join from my chat that's called Untitled. I may just kick them all out and just add you guys. All right. So let me know if you want to be added to the chat. It's a secret chat. I had Kari in it, and then I removed him. I removed her. Sorry, I removed Kari from it because she doesn't even look at the posts. You know. So I was just like, you know what? Not even my wife is exempt. So. All right, so I'll talk to Andres. I'm sure there's now this was done in After Effects, which is not an easy program to. I mean, it's not hard. It's just like compared to Photoshop or these other Adobe softwares. After Effects is definitely there's a learning curve because there's it takes other like relearning keyframes and the timeline and things like that. So if you go from like Photoshop to Premiere to After Effects, then that may be easier. Premiere is actually really easy too. Yes. Oh yeah, we're ready. Okay, we're almost ready. God is telling me the time is almost up. What is it? 8:09. All right, 20 more minutes. Okay, so let's look at what Yeti sent, and let's see if we can. I don't know why I do this where I design live, and it always sounds like a good idea, and it's not. It's a terrible idea because what if it's terrible? So I'm gonna download these. Can I put this here? These are the images that Yeti sent over. Let's see. Ooh, I love this. Oh, this is really cool. This one, I don't know if I can make this one work with the other ones. So, all right. So I'm gonna pop open Photoshop and I'm gonna share my Photoshop with you guys so you can see it. This is Chrome. Is it this one? Okay. pop open Photoshop. And you can see the file and see how. Thanks, Fry. Fry believes in me. Fry, I'm gonna add you to the. I'm gonna add you to the chat if you want. And where if you guys want to be added to the chat, just send me your DM me on Instagram, and I'll add you to the chat. Okay. And I don't know what happened, but everyone missed the memo, and everyone that just joined, I literally just talked about him. Andres is here, and I just finished talking about him. Come on, bro. All right, here it is. Photoshop 2020. You see Photoshop? Okay. This is Andres. This is a different Andres. Yes, yeah. Do you guys know each other? I'm not really sure. But let's see here. Okay, so I got this file. Where's the untitled? What the heck? All right, just give me a second while I pop this open. Oh, I could go to the, while I do this, I could go to the sponsor page. This stream is sponsored by Arcadia 1981, and here's a word from our sponsor. And we're back. Okay. I just needed to find the file. I needed to find the file, so I needed to, instead of me like looking like I'm crazy, like I'd rather. Okay, here we go. Let me go to the next chart here. Okay, I got the file. Here it is. Thanks Andres for the plug. There's literally no merch available because of the freaking crisis, but here we are, right? I want to say that I'm actually extra proud of this Photoshop file that I created because it's very organized, and you can't see it, but I named everything. I feel like that gets me closer to sainthood. So all you would have to do is double click. Actually, let me see here. Let me see did I warp this out here, or did I warp it over here? Let me check something here. No, I think I warped it in here. Yeah. I think I warped it here. Yeah, man. I have warped all the artwork and stuff, and look at this. I named all this stuff, which is impressive. Even the layers that aren't even that important. So the way I did it was, I even put like a little note. Make sure you like fix the warp over here. And double click here. Yeah, thanks guys. I can't tell if there's if there's sarcasm, but you know what? I'll take it. Okay, let me go here. Okay, so here are the layers. Here are the photos that Yeti sent me. Every layer I send no one. I want to see Andres After Effects file. I think it's probably okay, let's see here. I think what would be cool, I think for this, Yessie, it will potentially be like double exposure. Doing something with double exposure. Ooh, this may look cool. If I do this, if I save this. Oh, Discord, nice. Okay, let's see if I go here. Okay, so right, so this is where I would have to tweak it, because you see how I'm losing the color, like it doesn't look as good, So I would probably go here, maybe mess a little bit with with the blending mode a little bit. Let's see. Something like this. Let me just see something. And then this is actually kind of cool how it kind of goes across. And then what I did was in this layer actually gave it I sharpened it a little bit, so it's too sharp. So I haven't figured out how to show the mouse yet. That's an issue that I've had, and there's a way of doing it. There's a way of doing it. I just can't figure it out. But anyway, even just like that, that looks kind of cool. So if I go here, let's see. Yes, these are beautiful, Yesy. I love these. Yeah. Or to do something like this. What I may have to do is maybe even bring like make the saturation a little bit more so that we can see what to do. See, yes, it's not that hard. All you gotta do is just put a bunch of pictures together, and then give it a overlay. Let's see. Actually, this actually looks pretty cool. I'm gonna fix the saturation here. Also, when I oh yeah, you can see this. Okay, but I don't even think you can see. Sometimes you can't even see the dialog box when I double click certain things, which that stinks. But yeah, you can't. You can't even see the windows whenever I pop up. When I pop open the windows and stuff, you can't see that either. So I have to fix that for the next stream. I'll fix it. Andres will help me. I'm sure. Shout out to your iPhone. A stream schedule. You know what it is, that my commitment level. I don't know. I think I have commitment issues. Yes, the schedule should be Tuesdays at 7:30. That should be the schedule for the stream. I just have commitment issues, but you're absolutely right. Consistency is king, and if you want to grow, you have to be consistent, right? And unfortunately, I don't even listen to my own advice. Let's see here, and I'm almost done, you guys. These streams should be like an hour or less, you know, because we got things to do. I don't know. Maybe like this. Let's see what this looks like. Yes, you can rewatch this stream. Yes, you can. And on Twitch, I made it so that it saves the stream. On YouTube, it saves the stream. I'm actually streaming on all those locations. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Lou. Lucidco? Lou, can I call you Lou? Yes, I think you're absolutely right. It may be a display capture issue, because right now I do have it on window capture. So it actually looks kind of fresh, bro. What? Okay, let me see here. Let me fix the saturation a little bit. And then I'm gonna change the colors of these to like a soft pink here. Yeah, dog. Here we go. I don't know, bro. That looks kind of cool. Because it's pink, I could charge more. The pink tax. I don't know, dog. What do you think? I think it looks really, really cool. I love this. I'm gonna save as, and this is gonna be like the final you know, final mask. So I need ideas for the next challenge. So if I'll add you guys to the Untitled chat, and all I need to know, if possible, if hold on, let me just save this real quick before I end up deleting it or whatever. So if possible, let me go back here to, there you go, here I am. DM me on Instagrams so that I can add you to the chat, and I'll remove whosoever did not join from the chat. I'll remove them, and they have been warned. So I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna remove anybody. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I think this was really, really fun. I see you, Andres. Yeah, man, shots fired. I'm gonna try, you know what, let's take it week by week. How about that? Let's say next week, next Tuesday 7:30 we'll do it again, and then let's see how I feel after that. I think that's fair. That works, right? All right, guys, love you guys. Thank you for joining. I gotta eat, and I will see you next week. I need like a outro slogan. I'll figure that out. All right, guys, love you. Bye bye.